Hello, we are team number 6 and we're going to present 7 Classic Magazine that is not only a magazine but the magazine. This is the edition for May of 2020. Some of the articles that we're going to see in this edition are the stress in the school and by classes.
And now we have a word from our sponsor, Cheetos. Cheese that goes crunch. Eat Cheetos, eat fresh.
This is an index of the contents that we are going to see in the magazine. The first one is Cancellation of Classes by Gabriel Patatucci.
Well, in this article, what we have seen is that in May, thanks to the coronavirus, the classes in all of the state of Nuevo León has been cancelled by this horrible pandemic. And well, it was bad, such bad news.
Then we continue with Sports Nostalgia, an article written by me. It talks about how I feel now, but about the day that we lose in the final game versus the high school number 25. It was a day full of emotions and I cried a lot, but today it's it's something that I remember with so much love and I wish I could be there again. But it's impossible because of the coronavirus. Here is an interview with Mr. Andres, our ethics professor, by Alisa Neri.
Well, then in this first interview, I first started to question Mr. Amado, who has been our ethics teacher fourth semester. First of all, I asked him about his personal stuff, like I told him to introduce himself in order to start off the interview. Eventually, we started to get into topic by me asking him about his profession and what he does in Prepa 7. Finally, he explained to me how precious we, his students, are to him and how much he will miss us after graduation.
Here is The Gossip Son. It's an embarrassing dare by Andrea Padron.
I'm going to talk about something that happened to me when I was playing Truth or Dare with my friends. And they told me to say a guy the phrase of your paper fell in which you were wrapped. I was so afraid to do it, but finally I did it, and that was some shameful for me. And at the end, I realized that he has a girlfriend, but and that was so embarrassing for me.
Here it is an article written by Regina Otero that it's called High School Needs to Calm Us Down or Calm Down.
This article is about the stress and the amount of work that high school makes students do and how some of them react because they get anxiety, that, that is all.
Here it is another interview now with a great tutor by Alisa Neri.
In this second interview that I did, basically it was pretty much the same as the first one, but I tried to make the questions as much as related to our professor. And so, first of all, I asked him again to introduce himself, and then uh, in in a difference that I made in these questions is that I asked him about um, what was the very first generation that he thought was the best, since he had been here in Prepa 7 a long, much more than Mr. Amado. So he finally told me that he would miss us a lot since he has been uh, our teacher since we were in first semester. So he has seen us grow a lot. And finally, he told me that we will be always his favorite students.
And finally, there's another sponsored advertisement. It's from Canva. Uh, Canva is always the best option. And as a Min D. Trend said, a good design eliminates all necessary details. This is everything. Thank you.